All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue with our horror stories from nursing. This one, I'm going to go ahead and warn you, is graphic. No one dies, but it's graphic and really shows the bad side of humanity. And it's one that I still think about every day, actually, simply being a father of daughters. Let me go ahead and set up the situation. We receive an individual who is chosen a career path that involves paying for favors. Let's say it that way. This individual provides the favors, and then a Johnny or John pays them the money. So, without getting in too much detail, let's just leave it at that. At some point in time, the individual's John is unhappy with the service, unhappy with the favors, and beats the soon-to-be patient. Beats them so badly that the ED did not, or the emergency room, emergency department, ED is what I'm going to call it, the ED did not know the race of the person. Assumed one thing, but honestly they didn't know. When the individual arrived, you could really tell why they had no clue what the race was, because this patient had been beaten so badly that they were very unrecognizable. Showed up with no identification, had clearly shown signs that they were a parent. Let's just say that. And it was gut-wrenching. This individual never ever regained consciousness. Ever. There was no family. There was no anyone to call. There was no one to call. There was really nothing. We just had this individual in our facility who showed up unrecognizable. And it really affected me. I was very young in my nursing career. I did have my kids at the time, or at least I had two of them at the time. And I have all girls. And it really affected me. And I really think about this individual at least once a week, if not every day, wondering, I really need to be as good as I can to my children so that this career path doesn't end up in their future. I kind of hate to say it that way, but it really, really, really affected me. And it affected a lot of the other staff. I remember my charge nurse, we call them CULs, or CUL, but my CUL was adamant about trying to find this individual someone who could see them, finding someone who knew them. And my charge nurse was unsuccessful, and she tried hard. She really did. And it really affected her. It affected me as a father of girls. It affected a lot of the staff looking at what some angry individual did to this human being. They did that to a human being. And it was extremely gut-wrenching. Not only that, but the way that this individual was found, if I remember correctly, they were found like behind a dumpster. So there was no one really to be held accountable for this. This crime, to my knowledge, still went unpunished. Last I heard, the patient, the individual, was still in the facility and had never regained consciousness and could not eat on their own or anything. They were really just existing, just surviving. It was really, really hard for me to sort of see what someone had done to another person. And like I said, as a father, this is one I think about at least once a week, if not every day. And I think about my girls. So that is another terrible horror story from nursing. Like I said, they didn't die, but it was, honestly, it's almost like they would have been better off if they did. So I hope it helps. I don't really think that it's appropriate right now, but any comments, let me know. Thank you much.